Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well this morning. Whew, I don't have much of a voice because for some reason I didn't sleep very well. So let me check my sound, make sure everything's good. So I need to probably take my headphones out. I didn't sleep very well. So sound is good. Thank you for being here. For all of you, if you have no idea who I am, I'm popping up in your feed. I am Phylecia Jones. I'm a budgetologist, 2-time TEDx speaker. I'm on a national TV show talking about personal finances, and you have landed on my daily live stream called Ask the Budgetologist. Now, this was a show that was retired over a year ago because I went live every day for 2 years, but the world's just a little crazy now. And I thought it was a great time to come back and talk money. So I talk money from the standpoint of being a solo business owner and managing that very thin line of business and personal finances. So I hope you are all doing well this early in the morning. So yeah, I come to you every morning around 7:45 a.m. Mountain Time-ish. Kind of depends on when I can get my voice going. But today, we're going to answer the question of whether or not you can file for unemployment as a solo business owner, a freelancer, a speaker, a creative, independent contractor, gig worker, whatever you call yourself. Basically, if you are a solo person in business and you filed your correct paperwork, make sure you've done all of that, and you are a solo LLC and you run a business by yourself and you don't have employees, you can file for unemployment. What? Hey, sunshine, how you doing over there? Go ahead and share this out if you have another solo business owner that might need to hear this. So what I'm going to do is just give you some extreme basics because the CARES Act was put into place on March 27th. So that means everybody is scrambling. Everybody and their mama is scrambling, trying to figure out the ins and outs, the requirements, what to do, what not to do, everything. So here's the extreme basics. The first thing is make sure you start with your state government, okay? Unemployment insurance has been extended to creatives, freelancers, independent contractors, depending on how you title yourself, solo business owners, my photographers, like Sunshine's a photographer. It has been extended to all of us because I am a solo business owner as well. The unemployment insurance has, you can meet your state, the half of whatever your state allows for unemployment plus an additional $600 of unemployment insurance. Now, this all depends on your state. Remember, wherever you live. And I'm still trying to figure out all the details for where I live right now, but you're going to have to go to your state government's websites. And from what I can tell, a lot of them are like maxed out right now. You know what? When you do things at the last minute and you kind of tell people at the same time, everybody's kind of scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. So all I can say is be patient, but be vigilant. Be patient, but be vigilant. So when it comes to this unemployment benefit, typically unemployment is filed, against your last employer because they pay in. That's how you get a job, you get your paycheck, all that extra money that disappears from what they said they're going to pay you to what actually lands into your bank account. Yeah, all that stuff goes for all the taxes and things they need to pay. But because of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 epidemic, that is pandemic that's going on, the CARES Act, the $2 trillion CARES Act has allowed for the extension of unemployment benefits to us solo business owners. Now, like I said, it's based on your state, and it is half of whatever your state allows, plus an additional $600 in benefits. So you kind of have to pay attention to what's going on in your state. A lot of states are allowing you to file right now. Some states are saying, hold up, let us figure this out, because they're trying to figure out more guidance on what to do from the federal government. So if you're feeling a little stressed because you're not finding a lot of information, breathe, just breathe, be patient, and just keep looking. Go to your specific state's unemployment website. So usually find your state. Type in my state unemployment There you go. Also, there are other business owners that are around you. They probably will know as well. Do not hesitate to reach out to your accountant, a trusted financial person, and even your trusted banker. So Angela is asking, is there a deadline to apply? I'm okay at the moment. No, from what I remember, Angela, thank you. I need to go and double check that. If I am correct, the unemployment benefit is extended out for a few months. Last time I checked, it was the end of the year. But let me hold, please. Let me hold. I can definitely go. Don't take everything I say for word right now, okay? Let me go and double check, because right now there's so much information going back and forth. And to be honest, from what I can tell, it is a little confusing. So I'm confused. Even the people in my money community are confused. So no, it is not. You got to go file for it like exactly immediately at this moment. But you should be fine But I do know there's a start date to when you can do it. It's retroactive to the beginning of this year. So it's retroactive to January. And the last thing I read, I just need to double check if I wasn't confusing this with other things, because I do know that some of the loans, the deadlines are in June. So with the loans, the deadlines are in June, but from what I understand, this is extended for just a little bit. So you don't have to go and like rush it at this moment. But what has happened with a lot of states, they have delayed for people filing, because remember, regular folk, people with the regular 9-to-5 jobs, they have been filing for unemployment. So they're a little behind. Last count, 3.3 million people filed for unemployment benefits. When the CARES Act went into place, that opened it up for us solo business owners as well. So a lot of people, and this just happened last Friday, the 27th was last week, I think. My camera's blinking, so excuse the technology. I have to figure out. So last Friday. So everybody's trying to figure out the ins and outs when it comes to unemployment. I just figured this out on Wednesday because I knew about the other two things. Not Wednesday. It's not Wednesday yet. I just found out about it yesterday. No, Wednesday. Yesterday. I don't know what day it is, as you can tell. But yeah, we got to double check. Let me double check. I owe you that one just to make sure when the deadline is. I do know that they have extended the benefits to 39 weeks. Typically, unemployment is for 26 weeks. 26 weeks. It has been extended to 39 weeks. So at the base level, you'll probably be eligible for $600, but also depending on how the requirements to prove your solo business money and numbers and all that kind of stuff depends on, whatever your state will allow. It's whatever your state will allow in addition to the $600 of insurance. So it's called unemployment insurance. So no, you won't get the whole thing like if you had a job, but you may get a little bit. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Hey Bree, how you doing? So if you have any questions, put them in the comment box. If I don't have the exact answer for you right now, I will go and find the answer. Please, please, please. Anything I say, go and double check, go and read. I'm one of those, just because I said it and it's on the internet, go and double check, because things are moving really, really fast right now. But I do know at this exact time, you are eligible for the unemployment, to at least apply for the unemployment insurance benefit based on your state. And then of course your state kind of has to decide if you are eligible, when you can apply for it, and what all of the rules are. So at this point, the federal government said we got some extra cash. Now it's down to your state to figure out where you live. So just go and double check with your state. I'm reading right now just so I can make sure how long this will go. But no, it's not a deadline, so you don't have to go and rush right now. But what you should be doing right now, is, and we've talked about this, y'all. We've talked about this. Let me drink my tea. Here's Minnie. This is how I feel right now. But we've talked about this for the 2 years I was on live. You need to know your numbers, okay? So in this time of trying to figure out all the details of everything, you need to figure out your numbers, because they're going to start asking. Probably more than likely, they're going to ask, how much have you been getting paid? They're probably going to ask for your business structure. So if you never went and got your LLC or something like that, come on, let's fix that. Now, this may not be able, it may hurt you, but let's make sure that you are set up as a legal business entity in your state and with the federal government. You may not need all of these things, but here's the deal. For all of these loans that they're offering, for that PPP program, the Paycheck Protection Program, which is another 4% loan offered for freelancers, gig workers, solo business owners, that if you qualify, the loan is forgiven as long as they are used toward qualified expenses. The same thing with another SBA loan. It's going to be based on cost of goods. So we've talked about this. You need to have your numbers in order to go and get prepared to file for these things. I don't want you, these people are stressed out. Trust me. These websites are probably falling apart. These people on the other end that you might have to talk to are falling apart. The people who have to read your applications, they're falling apart too. Make it easy for them to have all of your information ready to go. Ready to go, okay? Not, oh my gosh, can I come back and finish this later? No. You may have one shot to get this person, whoever you're going to talk to, or to get them to look at your stuff. Make sure you have your numbers together. At the basics, you need to know how much your operating costs are each month, annually. For the most part, some of these things are digging into your 2019 numbers. You need to know what your operating costs are. If you're not using a profit and loss statement, go and talk to an accountant, or you better figure it out right now, okay? Don't be wasting time doing this. And you need to know the basics of your cost of goods. Understand what cost of goods are. These are the costs to produce whatever it is that you produce. Also, you need to know your gross revenue. And you need to know your net. Your net is your profit. Your gross is what initially comes in. So at the least, I need you to start working and having those numbers ready to go, especially if you're applying for any type of loans, any type of loans. A couple of the grants that I have seen, even though they're very overwhelmed, they are asking for numbers as well. So please help yourself, help them, and help the money get to your bank account. Make sure you know your numbers. All right. That's all I need you to do, is to know your numbers. Whew, I'm tired already. How are you doing? Anybody else have any questions about anything? Also, make sure if you have a solo business owner friend, send this out to them. I owe Angela, I need to confirm an answer for Angela on how long you can apply for unemployment benefits. From what I read the other night, I thought, I'm not going to confirm, not going to deny, but what I read is that this is something that'll be open until the end of this year. It'll be open till the end of this year, but let me go and confirm that as well. But some of the other programs, like the loan programs, they do have hard deadlines in June. So we're going to talk about those deadlines tomorrow as well. So I'll just be reiterating everything. But the first thing I want you to do is get your numbers together. If you're going to go after any of this money, if you're going to go after any of it, make sure you have your numbers together. This is no different than when people come and ask me about speaking gigs. They're so excited. They want to go and start applying. And then I say, what are you talking about? They're like, what? Don't do that. People are too stressed out for you to go figure out your numbers when you should have already known them as a business owner. So make sure you have your numbers. Go to your state. You have to go through your state first, okay? So look at where you live. I don't know the ins and outs of if you have a business registered in a different state and you live somewhere else. Just go to your state and just double check where you are licensed to do, registered to do business. And if you've never registered your business, you might run into a few hiccups. So from this day forward, make sure you fix that, okay? We can't be here playing like we're running a business. I want this to be real for everyone. But the biggest thing, you're going to have some proof. Imagine that. Proof you've been in business, all right? So make sure you know those numbers. Check with your state first. For those of you who are coming in late, remember, as a creative, independent contractor, 1099 employee, gig worker, you work for Uber, Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash, you make your money that way in some type of gig economy. If you are a creator, if you are a brand ambassador, if you are an influencer, if you call yourself a solo business owner, if you are self-employed, meaning you are the only person in your business and you do not run payroll, for other people, you are initially eligible to file for unemployment under the CARES Act that was signed into law on March 27th. That's all I got for you. Because we have to break this stuff down one bit at a time, because it is very, very overwhelming. Also, remember that as just a regular person, regular people, as a taxpayer in the United States, they are giving a stimulus paycheck. They're sending stimulus checks to people, $1,200 for individuals, up to $2,400 per family, with an additional $500 per child under the age 17 and under. 17 does not mean 19. 17 is 17, okay? Hey, Kelly, how you doing? 17 is 17, all right? So as a regular citizen of this country who has paid taxes, you will be eligible to get a $1,200 stimulus check, up to $2,400 for married people or households, an additional $500 per child under the age of 17. You have to have filed your 2019 taxes. So it will come in a direct deposit if you've already filed your taxes. If you're like me, you have not filed them yet, you're going to get that check a lot later. Also, you had to have made at least $75,000. Make sure you go and read up all of this. I'll break this down over the weekend as well, because we'll talk personal finances. But you need to have made at least $75,000. For those who are making up to, I think it was $250,000. After that, the amount starts phasing out. And if you're making about $250,000 or more, or claim $250,000 or more on your taxes, you ain't getting nothing. Sorry. You probably can go file for unemployment, but so just remember, there's a lot of money stuff going on out there. Trust me, my brain is trying to figure it all out as well as I go, and so I just want to kind of give you the initials of what is available for you to go and investigate and keep reading. As I learn more, I'm going to make sure you know the ins and outs and the gotchas, because right now a lot of this stuff it's kind of kicked in, but not really kicked in. All right, so for those of you who are coming in late, I am Phylecia Jones, budgetologist, speaker, founder, happy hour lover, tea drinker in a mini mug. And you know what, just bringing back Ask the Budgetologist to kind of, yeah, so Angela's saying you had to have made at least $75,000 to get the stimulus. What about the rest of us? For those who are not making the $75,000, something else kicks in for you. So you'll still get your money. Don't worry about it. They wanted to make sure, from what I understood on the personal finance side, you need to have filed taxes. So Angela, did you file taxes? Let me actually, you know what, Angela, we're just going to look this up while we're here. Angela, you need to have filed taxes. So don't hold me to anything. So let me go and double check everything that I am saying. With the $1,200 stimulus check, because there are a whole bunch of little rules around it, and I don't want to give you bad information. So, but yes, first you need to have filed your 2019 taxes. This money is going to be based on your taxes. And remember, this money, all right. Oh, okay, sorry. So the bill promises, sorry, Angela, sorry, y'all, this morning. So up to $75,000. You had to have filed taxes for up to $75,000 for, as an individual, up to $150,000 as a joint filer. So up to. So for those who did not file any taxes, if you had to have filed your 2019 taxes, if you have not filed 2019, they're going to dig back into your 2018 taxes, okay? So for people who made up to no more than, however they word this stuff, $75,000. So for those of you, you're going to get your check. If you're bringing in, this is all based on how you're filing your taxes. So most of us, even if you made like 90,000, hopefully you have enough withholdings and things like that to bring that down. So talk to your accountant about this, okay? Look, if you've already filed your taxes, just go and recheck your numbers, all right? So Angela, hopefully I didn't mess that up for you. So for those filing up to $75,000 in your 2019 taxes, 2018 taxes, you will get your $1,200 stimulus recovery fund, and up to $150,000 for joint, you'll get up to $2,400. After that, it starts to phase out, okay? Also, remember, this is money that's going to be counted toward your 2020 taxes, meaning if you thought you were going to get a refund check next year, it might be lower because, they're pre-taking your money out. So, you're going to have to kind of recalculate for this check for your 2020 taxes. So there's no such thing as free money, y'all. There's no such thing as free money. So, all right. So hopefully that helped, just kind of talking through all these bits and pieces. Tomorrow I will go through the Paycheck Protection Program. I will reiterate what we talked about. So if there's new information tonight on this stuff, I will make sure you get it out. But please always double check anything that I'm saying. Double check anything that you're reading. Reach out to your accountants. They should to be able to guide you through this. Go to your state websites to see what's going on with unemployment. And if I'm right, they just rolled out a government CARES Act website. Let me go find that and I will put that in. So everybody's moving this is how everybody's moving right now. Everybody's trying to stay aboard. But what I need you to do is make sure that you are prepared. You are prepared. If you have not filed your 2019 taxes, do that, okay? Go and do that, okay? That's what you basically need to do in order to make sure that stimulus check comes to you. File your 2019 taxes, all right? Okay, I'm going to jump off. I will be here tomorrow. Show up 7:45 a.m.-ish Mountain Time. Like I said, on Saturday, I'll get back to normal for this show and content-wise. I'll give you the behind the scenes of what's been going on since I have been, since this show retired and since this show fired back up again. Also, I'll tell you what's been going on with me. Is really good. It really is good. But I want to make sure that we step through all of this information together. I'll make sure inside of my financial communities that I'll feed you as the best information at that time because this is such a moving thing. But at the end of the day, make sure you know your numbers and, tell me how you're doing. Hopefully you're doing okay. I know we're going to be a little bit on lockdown for the next 29 days. I know it's going to be rough for a lot of us, but just let me know how you're doing. My biggest request right now is before you do anything, before you go and talk about business, talk about life on the internet, make sure you reach out to a friend, make sure you reach out to a business owner and just say, hey, how are you doing? That's it. A lot of us are needing a little bit of human connection at this moment. So it's a little challenging for everybody, but we can get through this, y'all. We can get through this. And if the aliens decide to come at the same time, well, don't worry about any of this stuff. We got bigger problems. All right, y'all, I got to go sign off. Today, I am actually doing a virtual summit with the Sheer Impact Conference. You can still come and join us. We kick off at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. I speak at 1:30 Mountain Time. And it's all virtual. I'm going to talk about 365 days of live streaming, what I learned from live streaming and how you can profit from it. So we're going to do that, but I hope you have an amazing day. Take care of yourself. Happy budgeting. If you have any questions, all you got to do is ask. Talk to you soon. Bye.